What's going on, my creation family? My name is Anthony's Creations. Welcome back to the Railway, welcome back to a new YouTube video, and welcome back once again to my channel. Merry Christmas to all of you, for those who are watching this video right now. Today is the 25th of December, basically it's Christmas. So I decided to make this video on this very day. I got 4 days free from work, so now I have extra times and days to make videos. And I'm sorry for not being present. Well, for those who knows and for those who don't know, I'm basically a busy guy. I'm not showing off or bragging or just coming with excuses, but basically when it comes to gathering things from your personal life and things that you do in this planet, yeah, that comes first. But since I checked out my calendar, so basically I don't have nothing to do. So in the meantime, let's make videos. As you guys already seen the thumbnail and the title of today's video, today we're going to be reviewing a Thomas fan film, which is called Tobias and the Arcade Merchant. But before you watch this film, you gotta watch the first film, which is called Tobias and the Half Parade, which was uploaded 10 years ago. And after 10 years later, we finally got the second film. This was released yesterday. At the time when this was released, I was working, so I couldn't watch it. Okay, so a little warning. This movie is not rated for kids. This has harsh language and violence. And if you're a parent, don't let your kid watch this. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. Alright, so let's start. Well, first of all, I do have to say this movie is not recommended for kids, like I said earlier. And yeah, we're just gonna be discussing this movie. There's gonna be some spoiler alerts, so my apologies. If you haven't watched this film, I recommend it for you guys to watch it. Okay, so my opinions of this film. For a film for almost 3 hours of good work, this has turned out one of the best Thomas films of Sodor's darkest times I've ever seen. Even though Thomas died. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Thomas died in the movie. It was so brutal of how Thomas's death was put all together. You're gonna understand what I mean. I mean, we're talking about the shots, the angles, the effects, the everything. Everything was perfect. Even though Thomas died, but it was one of the most brutal scenes ever made as a Thomas fan. And when it comes to a film like this is a freaking masterpiece. Like, good job, Adam. So, like I was saying earlier, we're gonna be watching a clip on how Thomas died. Thomas!
Oh dear. He broke. But you all thought you could get rid of me.
Wow. I know, right? I was actually kind of terrified when I saw this myself at 3 in the morning. Yeah, so I watched the whole film at that time. I finished like around 5 a.m. and I was still traumatized by the death of Thomas and how all of this was put. I was like, yeah, there's going to be a third sequel. Oh yeah, if you think I'm lying, no, I'm not lying. There is actually going to be a third sequel. Check this clip.
You sit there and stay in the mess you've made. This is your life, Ollie.
Oliver, he's a monster. He is not your brother. You are more than he will ever be. So stand up, leave him in the dust, and never look back. Erase him from your life!
I know this just came out like a few days ago, but I'm pretty excited what's going to happen at the third film. Now, I know you guys have questions, and the first question is, who was that who killed Thomas? First of all, that's not Toby. That is Tobias, Oliver's brother. If you have seen the clip where basically Oliver was having some flashback memories, his big brother, who was a tram engine, just said, "This is your life now." It's still like, I'm still trying to analyze, like, how did they become from tram engines to steam engines? Like, that's what I'm trying to understand. Like, how did Oliver converted himself from a J70 Robledo to convert himself into a 14XX? That's what I don't understand. So going back to the title, Oliver had a plan to bring his brother back, knowing because Toby is half diesel and half steam. So if you guys remember in the first film, Toby had an accident with Montague when Montague was a diesel, and then after that he was converted into a tank engine, which is a 54XX, basically Ducks class. So they both had the accident and they both survived, both Toby and Montague. Montague was converted into a tank engine and Toby remained as he is, but he was experiment with something different. And he didn't understand, like, why did he become so strong and how can a tram engine can do many things that other engines can't do. So like I was saying, Oliver did a plan. It was foggy that day that they were working together. And so it's like Oliver led him into a trap until finally he grabbed like a flatbed filled with metal. I think it was metal pipes. I don't remember what it looked like. It bumped into Toby. Toby came off the rails and into a pond. Toby didn't know what was going on with him, but Oliver did knew what was going to happen. Since Toby is half diesel, his engine started to splutter, but in a lightning bulb like I've never seen before. And so that's what put Toby into concussion. Basically, he's trapped in his mind. And that's how Tobias took over Toby's body. So whatever Toby could see in his mind, he could actually see it through Tobias's vision. When Tobias killed Thomas, Toby had so much love for Thomas, and he loved him very much until he killed him, which that broke his heart. In this case, Toby needed help. There were two special friends who were actually there to help him. That was Henrietta and Daisy. Now you could be asking me, Anthony, how is that possible? How is it possible that a diesel rail car and an old vintage coach like Henrietta itself were able to defeat Tobias? Daisy actually had a friend who was one of the designers who actually created Toby before he had the accident. Now, in this part, he was actually saying that there is a way to defeat Tobias, and that is putting water. The same thing Oliver did to Toby, but the designer said that this could actually kill him with any side effects into his motor. Henrietta was saying that she's just the coach, that she can do nothing. The designer saw an opportunity in Henrietta instead of having doubts. He took one of the parts from Addington, one of Montague's henchmen, and converted Henrietta into a diesel rail coach. So yeah, she was motorized. So after that, Henrietta and Daisy, they both went to the mainland to stop Tobias. It was the battle of the trio. So thankfully, after almost 10 minutes of a duo, Henrietta and Daisy defeated Tobias. And Toby was back to normal. I mean, Toby kind of faded before he got back into his body. So Henrietta and Daisy took him out where they were at and took him into a shed. Now, Toby was kind of sleeping, resting. Because I could just imagine that in his concussion, he couldn't sleep. After seeing someone that he loved died, I could already tell what he was going through. So, after that part happened, Toby woke up and Henrietta and Daisy saw two faces, Toby's face and Tobias's face. So it was like half and half. Yes, Tobias was defeated, but he wasn't gone. And so that basically was the conclusion of this movie. I really enjoyed this film, and like I said earlier, this has to be one of the best Thomas Fans films I've ever seen. And I just can't wait to see what's going to happen in the third movie. That's if we do get any confirmation. But for now, we don't have any leads due to the fact that there was a ending sequel of the movie, but we don't know that yet. So let's hope, fingers crossed, that there will be a third film. Like I said, this has been a phenomenal film made by Adam, and the voice actors of these characters was so good. Like, especially the quality of the audio was amazing. Better comparing in 2014, which was horrible. But in this film, they put so much work, so much effort, and that's what makes the movie look so good. It's so satisfying. Such delicious treatment. I'm talking about food. I'm hungry. But that's not the point. The point is that they put so much effort into this movie that they know what they were doing. Like, it's like they were voice actors. Like actual voice actors. Because usually you don't see that often, like how they put their expressions, like how much efforts they put into this film. And like I said, that's what makes it look good. But anyways, guys, I have to go to work. I have to be there an hour early. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's review. If you have any recommendations of any Thomas fan film movies, just let me know down in the comments, and we'll get to talk about that and show my opinions and what I thought about the film. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for the love and the support, even though I haven't been uploading any videos lately, but I just want to thank you guys. So thank you again so much for watching, and as always, I will see you all, my creation family, in the next video. Bye everyone, take care, and God bless you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's.